In this video, I will be sharing the step-by-step process to obtaining a marriage certificate here in Ghana. So if you are looking to get married here in Ghana, or perhaps are helping someone else plan their wedding here in Ghana, you want to watch this video till the very end, because I will be sharing all of the details that will be required by the Registrar General's Department to enable them issue you a marriage certificate here in Ghana. I will also be sharing what to do if you're a Ghanaian getting married to a non-Ghanaian here in Ghana, or perhaps are both Ghanaian but are ordinarily non-resident here in Ghana.
So many questions that I wanna ask.
So today's video is actually inspired by Mrs. Enchi. Mrs. Enchi sent me this message. She says, "Good morning, Miss Gloria. I hope you can help me. My daughter, who is Ghanaian, and her British or Nigerian fiance are planning on getting married in Ghana in November. They both live and work in England. Their pastor will go along with them to marry them in Ghana. May I know the administrative procedures involved? For example, can they obtain the marriage license in England, or do they have to obtain it in Ghana? Thank you and have a good weekend." Mrs. Enchi, thank you so much for writing in, and many congratulations to your daughter and her fiance. Now, to answer your question, yes, they can get married legally in England before they then decide to come back to Ghana and then, proceed to have the celebrations, in which case they do not need to double marry in Ghana. So the wedding in Ghana will literally be a celebration. Before I share the steps to obtaining a marriage certificate here in Ghana, for everyone else watching, there are a few pointers that I need to get out of the way. Number one, obtaining a marriage certificate here in Ghana has nothing to do with your religion. So regardless what tribal affiliation you have or what religion you have, you can go ahead and register your marriage here in Ghana and obtain a marriage certificate, which then makes your marriage legally binding. Number two, there are 3 different kinds of marriages that you can register here in Ghana. The first one is a traditional or customary marriage. I have shared a lot of detail about the traditional wedding here in Ghana and what it entails. So I will share the link in the cards up here somewhere, or perhaps in the description, and you can watch that video after this one. The second type of marriage you can register is the ordinance marriage, and the third type is the Islamic marriage. Now, the third point is, if you do get married under the traditional or customary marriage or the Islamic marriage and do not register your marriage to obtain a marriage certificate here in Ghana, this allows your husband to marry another woman. So polygamy is allowed in those 2 instances. However, if you do get married under the ordinance marriage and acquire a marriage certificate, which then makes your marriage legally binding, polygamy then becomes illegal. So that means that your husband cannot go ahead and marry another woman. In cases where either of you has been previously married and have not legally divorced your partner, you were not allowed to marry again. So the second marriage will then be considered null and void under any legal circumstances. So now that those pointers are out of the way, I am going to share with you the step-by-step process to obtaining a marriage certificate here in Ghana. Now, the very first thing that you need to do is you need to register your intent to marry at the Registrar General's office in the district in which you are planning to get married. You need to usually do this about a month in advance. And this is because the Registrar General's Department need to publish this so that if there are no complaints or no objections, then they can go ahead and issue you a marriage certificate within 21 days. Once the marriage certificate has been issued, you have to get wed within 3 months. Otherwise, you have to start the process all over again. In instances where you're not Ghanaian, you will need to provide a residence permit to the Registrar General's Department to confirm that you ordinarily live here. If you don't have a residence permit, then you need to provide proof that you have lived in Ghana for at least 15 working days. However, if one of you is Ghanaian and are getting married to a non-Ghanaian, then you don't need to prove this, because the fact that you are Ghanaian automatically makes you able to register your marriage without providing any additional information. Now, the information the Registrar General's Department will require of you is some form of identification. So your passport or a driver's license, anything that proves that you are who you say you are. So they'll be asking you details like your age, your occupation, your residential address, your parents' details, and that kind of thing. And you will also need to have 2 witnesses to sign the marriage certificate. In instances where you are having your wedding ceremony in a space which is already licensed. So as an example, let's say that you're getting married inside of your church and your pastor already has a license that allows him to go ahead and approve the marriage certificate, then you don't need any further representative from the Registrar General's Department to be there. However, if you're getting married inside of a venue that is not licensed, like a hotel, a beachfront, resort, that kind of thing, then usually what you will have to do is you will also have to go back to the Registrar General's office and ask for a representative to be present at your wedding ceremony. So the representative will witness your marriage and then confirm that your marriage is legal. So that's it, guys. It is not a complex procedure at all. As long as you are 18 years and above, you should be able to go up to the Registrar General's office, their open business hours, and she'll be able to start the process to obtaining a marriage certificate for you. Or if you can't be bothered, you know what? Just hire me. Hire me. Hire me. Take away all that stress. Hire a wedding planner so that you don't need to stress. Okay? Okay. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will be back same time next week. Bye-bye.
So many questions